very interesting.
So how did the Illuminati go about doing what they set out to do? What were their methods?
To pretend that they didn't exist when they did, and to pretend that they did exist when they didn't. Now, it would help to know what their agenda was.
Yes.
All right. Weishaupt, and this is a quote from a particular source, he felt that human society had grown corrupt. Gee whiz, even way back then, you know. So he created what he called the Novus Ordo Secularum, which we now know as the New World Order, which, by the way, some aspects of that same phrase are always found on our dollar bills.
Well, the Illuminati apparently were founded right around the time that our nation was born.
Yeah.
And now supposedly...
In fact, it was created before, on May 1st, 1776.
Okay, we hear that Benjamin Franklin and Thomas Jefferson and our founding fathers were members of the Illuminati, and that's why Illuminati symbolism is found on the dollar, like the New World Order that you just mentioned. Is that true?
No, and here's the reason why. The Illuminati were creating their visuals based on the Freemasons, and the gentlemen that you just mentioned were all Freemasons.
Oh, okay.
So that's where it kind of bleeds into reality. You know what I mean? So we're getting a lot of the same information. Very similar birth dates of the order of the Illuminati. They came, 2 months before the American Independence Day, signing of the Declaration of Independence, on July 4th, 1776. So the Illuminati have a very similar birth chart to our country. Mm-hmm. And it's interesting how they've come in and out, phased in and out, and how the gentlemen that were all members of the Freemasons, some of those same people were also Rosicrucians. So you have a mental construct being kind of intertwined with a metaphysical reality. So very interesting. And so I can understand why people are really confused.
So what exactly was their agenda?
Well,
did they have a specific aim? What was their end game?
Well, their end game was posited by the series of events that they wished to accomplish. First was abolition of monarchies and all ordered governments. Well, that was a fail.
Yeah.
That hasn't happened. Then the abolition of private property and inheritances. That hasn't happened.
No.
Abolition of patriotism and nationalism. That hasn't happened. Abolition of family life and the institution of marriage, and the establishment of communal education of children. That hasn't happened.
So their new world order was going to look like a free-for-all?
No.
A completely collectivist state?
No.
No?
Because here's the other one. Their final idea. 5 principles.
Okay.
Like 5 points of a pentagram. Abolition of all religion. Now, what does this really sound like to you? What does it sound like? It sounds like socialism.
Yeah.
Yeah, so very clearly we're jumping the gun here and answering a really important question, which is all of these really powerful families and people with billions of dollars in our country very clearly are not the Illuminati.
Right.
You know, so that's kind of interesting.
Yeah, that really punctures a big hole in the argument.
Now, the family life is deteriorating, but that's not the abolition of family life. However, you could see a little bit of the intelligence here that Aleister Crowley himself was a big fan of the fact that parents should not be allowed to raise their own children.
Well, you know, it takes a whole village to raise a child.
No, that's not what it's about. Don't go all Hillary on me. Don't get a blood clot now. God forbid, I'm not going to let. However, why would somebody like Crowley and these other people say something like that? It wasn't about being evil. It was about the fact that you already have your parents' genes.
Mm-hmm.
You're already going to inherit a lot of their characteristics. why double that?
Why have their neuroses imprinted on you at the same time?
Exactly. Why have their physical behaviors? Find a way to create another opportunity for that child to have everything that he's already gotten genetically,
Right.
and open it up to an even larger experience, so it won't be so pigeonholed.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, on that level, I could actually even kind of support that. And as we can see, all of the crazy people raising children now,
Right.
not to get off subject per
Yeah.
se, well, this will be a different show, but parents are really clearly, they need a license to be able to raise a child, which that hasn't happened.
Okay. Well, since the Illuminati agenda clearly has not been fulfilled in its entirety, when will it be fulfilled, if at all?
Same Four of Wands. Actually, I'm going to go out on a limb here and say it's not going to be fulfilled, because the whole premise of even existing would be that everybody has the same amount of money, everybody has the same equal privileges, and the wealthiest people in the world are never going to let that happen.
Right.
So they're the anti-Illuminati. But in closing, I'd also say the whole promulgation of Illuminati branding, as you will.
All
like
the symbolism in the videos.
Yeah, like Jay-Z, Kesha, Justin Bieber. These are people that are just tapping into a spooky collective mindset and using it as a selling point. Tupac Shakur was the first person to use the Illuminati symbolism in his lyrics and stuff, and people have decided, oh, that's really cool, yeah, let's do it. Again, Jay-Z, maybe back in the hood, I would have said, yeah, here's this kid growing up in tough times. Okay, I could even imagine back then he could really be, a part of a conspiracy like that. But he's got too much money. If he was really, an Illuminati member, he would eschew all that kind of wealth. He would bring it back down. And it's just sensationalism. Justin Bieber has an owl on his arm, basically to remind him to wise up.
Okay.
These kids have nothing to do with the Illuminati, so let's let it go. And all the people that could be Illuminati, by their very wealth and status, prove that they're not. So whoever the Illuminati really is, may you live long and prosper or whatever. I'm actually pro-Illuminati if it's about all of this agenda that we're seeing. So the whole deal is, if there really are the people, that started this group and have all these great aims for mankind, then I'm all for it. But the Illuminati as it exists in conspiracy theories and all this name calling, all this ridiculous political, posturing, it's BS. It doesn't exist. And I'm glad to burst another bubble. So.
Okay, well, that has been really, really, dare I say, illuminating.
Smart ass. Yeah, but anyway, anybody that would like to find out more, check out my blog, voxx.org, voxx.org, for any consultations, numerological, astrological, tarot, psychic readings, all this kind of stuff, classes and more. Just call me, office number, which is 323-782-0222. And write to me at voxx.org, voxx@voxx.org. So it's another fun show with you, LorE.
Absolutely. Right.
Great. Well, 93, and
93.
talk to you soon.